Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be all of my current hits and misses. These are all products that I either like and will continue to use or just did not work at all for me. If my face appears really white compared to my neck, it's because I also just filmed a review on a new foundation and I got the wrong color. But that's okay. The show must go on. For today's products, I have a little bit of makeup, a little bit of hair, a little bit of skin care, and some other random products. So if you want to see the products that have and have not been working for me recently, just keep on watching. Alright, so first I'm going to start off with hair care. I have been trying the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Lemon Sage Thickening Shampoo. This stuff, my hair is really, really thin, very fine. It's really oily, gets greasy really fast. And I have a lot of stuff that I actually use. I actually have a video on all of the products and tips and tricks to how to get volumized hair. So you go ahead and take a look at that if you'd like. But this I have just recently started using and I'm actually really liking it. I wouldn't say that it does a whole lot for volume necessarily, but it does make my hair feel so much thicker. And of course, so all I have to do is just add in some more volumizing products, and it works really well with this. Especially if I want days where I'm going to style my hair a certain way, this really helps just give it, because otherwise my hair will just kind of fall loose out of things. This really helps it hold more of a style because it's just, my hair just feels thicker. I'm sure that makes sense, right? Makes sense to me. And it doesn't have some crazy lemon scent or anything like that. It's just a very simple lemony smell. And this is 10.14 fluid ounces. They have I think they have a larger bottle, but I went for the smaller one just to try it out. I think this was like $22, so it's still pretty pricey, even though it's a smaller bottle. But I mean, it lasts a long time, and I don't use it every single day. Well, so yeah, if you have really thin hair like me, go ahead and give this a try. It's definitely really nice. Moving on to skincare. I have recently tried the Dr. Brandt's Pore Dermabrasion Pore Perfecting Exfoliator. I just have a little sample size. I got it in a Sephora order as one of the samples that, like the 500 point rewards thing or whatever. So it's just a little tiny tube, but I definitely plan on buying this again. I love this stuff. The little exfoliating beads are so tiny. They don't feel so abrasive on my skin, and it definitely doesn't irritate my skin. My skin doesn't get all red afterwards. And it feels so smooth and matte. Oh man, that is a big deal for me. I have very oily skin. After using this, my face feels so clean and just matte, and I love it. It doesn't cause me to have any breakouts or anything like that. I'm not sensitive to it in any way. It's just beautiful. It says it helps refine the appearance of pores, deep cleans pores, helps smooth the appearance of skin texture. It has definitely been helping a lot. After using it, I can definitely tell a difference. I'll look in the mirror and my pores look so much smaller and cleaner, and everything's just so much nicer. So I definitely recommend giving this one a try. And lately I have been pairing that with the Korres Greek Yogurt Advanced Nourishing Sleeping Facial. And this stuff straight up smells like Greek yogurt. It smells really good. It smells like I can eat it. It's kind of spicy even. It has a spicy smell to it. It does kind of tingle a little bit on the skin, but not in a bad way and not in an irritating way. It doesn't make my face go red or anything like that. I just rub it on before I go to sleep at night after everything else, and wake up in the morning and my skin just appears so much brighter. I actually originally bought it for my sunburn that I had a little while ago, and it helped kind of calm and soothe that. But I've just been using it ever since, and I really, really like it. Everything just seems so much brighter and plumper, and I love this stuff. Now I'm going to move on to setting sprays. I recently purchased the Skindinavia finishing spray for oil control. This stuff is really nice. I would kind of compare it to my Urban Decay's De-Slick setting spray for oil control. I can't really decide which one I like more. It's always a toss-up between the two. I wouldn't say that it leaves my skin looking completely matte, but I do think it definitely helps control the oil throughout the day. It does make my face look more fresh and more bright. I really like this stuff. The next setting spray is the Model in a Bottle Makeup Setting Spray. This stuff claims to have a matte finish with no touch-ups necessary. It says, put your best face forward with our revolutionary formula that is resistant to smudging, humidity, water, and tears. Let me tell you, this stuff is amazing. I will put on my face, I will do my face with makeup, and normally my blush starts to wear, my contour starts to fade, like everything just doesn't look the way it did in the morning. And of course that's how you want to look all day long. This stuff is no joke. When it says no more touch-ups, it is not kidding. And I don't wear my makeup for, you know, 16 to 24 hours or anything like that, so I haven't really tested it for that long. But I'll do my makeup at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and usually by like 3 o'clock, my blush and contour and like everything starts to fade. This stuff holds. It does claim to have a matte finish, which I don't agree with. It definitely keeps my oils at bay. I don't produce much more oil like I normally do, but it kind of gives the sheen across the face, almost like hairspray. And so it doesn't look matte because it's got this hairsprayed sheen across the face. So I wouldn't say that I hate it, but I wouldn't say that I love that. I definitely want my face to be more matte, but I also kind of like the glow. So as long as I have a luminous glow without more of my natural oils coming through, I'm all right with that. That is totally fine with me. And the fact that I don't have to do any touch-ups throughout the day, this stuff is great. It does smell like straight up alcohol at first, like right when you spray it, you're like, holy moly. It is definitely smells like straight up alcohol. And I think the first ingredient is alcohol. So it's definitely got a lot of that in it, but it doesn't feel too drying on my face. I do have really oily skin. So, and the smell of the alcohol starts to fade after a little bit of wearing. And in the beginning, after like a few minutes, you're like, okay, it's starting to go down. And then it just smells like a scented hairspray. And then after a little while, you're like, okay, I can't smell anything at all. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me at all. And also one thing I will say about it also, it dries really, really quickly. I will like fan dry it, and I literally only have to fan dry it for a few seconds. I'm like, okay, that was quick, done. So with all of that information, all in all, I love this stuff. It has a luminous finish while keeping my natural oils at bay. I really don't need any more touch-ups, and it's literally what setting spray is supposed to do. It's supposed to lock down your makeup, and it locks down my makeup. I love this stuff. I could only find it on Amazon, and it's actually not that expensive. I think it was like $19, $20, so pretty cheap for a good setting spray. I did a recent first impressions video for the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I did not like this stuff. I didn't like it at all. It went on so patchy. It clinged to spots on my face that it like dry patches and like just like areas of my face. And I don't know why. Like I didn't have anything like wrong with that spot on my face, but it just kind of bunched up in these areas. And other areas would be really smooth and nice. But there were more areas of my face that just did not look good than areas that looked really smooth. I have no idea why I did that, but it was just so inconsistent. So as far as being poreless, it was not poreless for me. Only in a few spots was it actually poreless. As far as staying matte, I have no idea if this stuff would stay matte throughout the day. I only wore it for maybe 5 or 6 hours. And I will say that it looked fine for 5 or 6 hours. It wasn't like fantastic, but for 5 or 6 hours, I mean, that's kind of a small amount. It's like a normal amount to wear your makeup anyways. I couldn't handle the way that it looked on my skin anymore. It just looked so bad on my skin. And that's too bad because I had really high hopes for it. A lot of people talk about it and a lot of people love this stuff, but for me, it was definitely a miss. So I don't know if it would have actually stayed matte all day because I just couldn't stand to keep it on my skin anymore. So either way, whether it stays matte or not, I didn't like it. It looked horrible on my skin. This is definitely a miss for me. The next product I have here is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation, and I am the color Fair. I really, really like this stuff. I was looking for a foundation that didn't make my skin look so dull, because when you put on a powder foundation on my skin that stays matte, I kind of end to look kind of dull and just plain and almost washed out. It doesn't look very good. I wanted something that was a little brightening, and this, I believe it does have mica in it, so that helps with that. So this stuff will brighten my face without emphasizing my oil on my face. And it is a loose powder, so you twist the cap and it opens up little holes where you can just pour out and put it on your little lid and use it that way. But I definitely do like this stuff. It's really nice. My next product is the Wonder 2 Wonder Brow One Step Brow Gel. Perfect eyebrows that last for days. No. I saw, this isn't picking that up at all, but you can't see that. Nope, you can't see that at all, can you? Can you see this? There we go. Now you can see it. Is it upside down? and I got the color Blonde. This stuff was just a mess. I mean, I wouldn't say a mess, like, it definitely does not wear off. This stuff does not budge, which also means it's really hard to take off. Now you're supposed to put it on with like no moisturizer, nothing on your skin. It's supposed to be completely bare skin. Otherwise it doesn't stay. So it definitely lasts long on the skin. Like if you're having a problem with like going swimming a lot or something like that, your boyfriend takes you swimming for the first date or whatever, this stuff will not budge. But it does not look good. It looked, especially on me since I'm so fair, it just looked like marker on my skin. It literally looked like I drew on my eyebrows with a Sharpie. There's no lightening it, there's no way to make it look natural, it's not easy to work with, it's not easy to blend. It's just a mess. I did not like it. And I know some people that have tried it and they had problems where it pulled out some of their natural brow hair. That is a big problem. We don't want that. We want to keep what little brows we do have. So this stuff, if it worked for you, great, but it did not work for me at all. I do not recommend buying this. The next product I have here is the Bikini Zone Cream Hair Remover for bikini area. And I got the sensitive formula. This stuff, I wanted to try something. I was just like, I'm so tired of shaving all the time and I have a problem with really bad razor burn. Sorry, TMI. So I wanted to get some hair removal to try. This stuff did absolutely nothing. I don't know if it's because I got the sensitive formula and maybe the original formula would work better, but it was just a complete waste of money. It didn't burn, it didn't irritate my skin in any way. It felt fine. I literally actually felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing, but that's exactly what it did. It did absolutely nothing. I still had all of the hair that I had before I applied this stuff. It did nothing. I don't know, maybe I was using it wrong. I put it on for the max amount of time that you're supposed to use it for. It says it works within as little as 4 minutes, and it says not to leave it on longer than like 8 or 10 minutes or something like that. But so I left it on the max amount of time and it literally did absolutely nothing. So that was a complete bust and a waste of money for me. And the last product that I have today is the Sally Hansen Water Resistant Airbrush Legs. It is the leg makeup. I wanted to give this stuff a try. I was so pale, and now that it's summer, I wanted to be able to put some shorts on and not feel completely white, because my arms and everything don't bother me so much. Like, yeah, they're white, but my legs are just so white and so pale that they're so veiny. My phone's ringing. And cloudy, and they just look really gross. Just ignore my phone. I know I have a landline, it's really weird. I feel like nobody has a landline these days. But anyways, so I got the Ferris Glow, and this stuff just wasn't good. You put it on and it looks nice, it's not a bad color, but there's just no way to blend it in. It does not blend out nicely. I tried a makeup brush, I tried one of those tanning gloves, I tried so many different, my fingertips, nothing worked. It just does not blend. It would take a lot to cover my entire legs, because you put a little bit on and you rub it in and it just looks like you've got a spot of makeup on, but then because you blended it out, the rest of it just looks blended out and sheer, if that makes any sense. So you need to go back in again in another spot and blend it out, another spot and blend it out. And of course, yeah, that's what you gotta do, but it would take a long time to cover my legs and a long time to make them look natural and blended seamlessly. Like, there's just no way to do it. So if this worked for somebody, that's great, but this was definitely a miss for me. Alright guys, that is it for my current hits and misses. And of course, things that might work for me or won't work for me might or might not work for somebody else. Everybody has different skin, different issues. Oh my gosh! I just noticed I have lipstick all over my teeth. Holy, that was a lot of lipstick on my teeth. Wow. Okay, well, I don't have time to redo all that, so if you saw lipstick all over my teeth, I apologize. It's embarrassing. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you subscribe so I can see you in my next video. Bye, guys.